all the fresh comments.
They about to get this work. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, let's re-kick it. What's happening, y'all? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? I had to, handle something real quick, but yes. Let's re-kick it, y'all. Restart it. Let's re-get it.
Re-get it going as we doing supposed to. Let's do this. Set a real debate. You know how we do it over here, y'all. We don't do none of the BS. We ain't got time for none of the crap. Get to the point. Get to the point. What's going on, brother? What's going on? You know, we want them to get to the point, man. We don't want to hear their essays. We don't want the definition of something. We know that. That's not what I'm asking. You know, that's not what we're asking. Greetings, yes, sir, all the way. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, brother? That's not what we be asking. I didn't ask you for the definition of nothing. I asked you, how does that make sense? And you use the definition. No, matter of fact, you know, this is what y'all gotta do, and how we gotta do it from now on they goofy selves. You ask them, how does that make sense to you? To them. You know what I'm saying? Ask them, how does that make sense to them?
Gotta force them and push them to think outside the box. Yo, what's going on, brother? What's happening, man?
Yeah. Any Globers out there that like to debate? I believe the earth is flat. This is a live where I have discussions about the earth being round or flat. You are free to jump in the box. We can talk about it. Yes, this is and may be the only picture you ever may see of the world. This may be the only picture you ever see. No lie. No need to even lie to you. Lie.
No, not doing no good for me. I think it's flat, but I think the waters go back to do the earth. That's why there was a flood. The islands are still. Yes, sir. The waters rise and come. You know, the waters go inside the earth and come back out. And was the first image of earth from space taken. The first image from earth. If you really want to know, sir, you really wouldn't believe it. You should go look into Tartaria, sir. I'm trying to figure out if it's all that. I'm trying to figure out if all that is ocean around. This here, sir. There is some water here, of course, yes. But there's also land here. But you can come out to this outer space, and there's actually, and also land and terrain here. As you can see, this water. You know there's space under our waters, oceans under our oceans, brother. Yes, sir. Where did you find that picture? This is a picture from 1970s, you guys, from a German V rocket. Yes. Oh, okay, and it's not easy to find. 1940 something, this man said first image of Earth was captured, the first CGI. Okay, all right. How do you have you been there? I think you meant how do I know and have I been there? There's ways around things, sir. There's always a way. We all know that. There's always a way. Thank you. I'm a flat earther also. I haven't seen this image before. It's all good. I still haven't found that. I still haven't found the kingdom underneath the Indian Ocean. What? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me, man. Listen, you can literally type that in like almost anywhere. Anywhere. If you can't hear me, turn your phone up. There's no way. Impossible. Literally. Yes. Turn your phone up. You're gonna have to ask them people about that. I mean, For us on our end, it's only common sense, money, power, you know, keep their economy striving. What's going on, brother? What's going on? Well, I understand you didn't find it. It's impossible to miss. It really is. It's out there. I met the mole people, my lord. Oh man, okay. Any Globers out there that would like to debate the Earth being a sphere, you know, or the Earth being flat, you are free to jump in the box. I'm right here. We can have a friendly, yes, you know, cordial conversation. We can do this. No problem. No problem. No problem. All the way. I want to see this. You want to see what, my guy? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure it's seen. Believe this, y'all. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You think there's gods on? Okay. I mean, yeah, you have your choice to believe what you want. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? The pic behind you. Okay, yes, sir. It's the truth. This pic is the truth. Believe this. There's no need for us to be lying and running around being dishonest and things for what? That's what we've been going through so far our whole lives, y'all. Let's, you know, at least leave up out of here with the truth up on us. Period. We ain't going for that BS. Nah. Oh yeah, man, I'm gonna keep up the good work all the way, y'all, all the way. This image is one of the only, and I believe it, yes, it is the only picture you ever see of the Earth. This region of Earth that you live on or in. Yes. This is a real picture of the world that they taught and told you about, but no, our world is actually flat, everyone. Yes, our world is flat. It is not a ball. It cannot be a ball. There are many, many, many reasons why. And if there's any Glober out there that would like to chat, talk about it, we can talk about it. No problem. All the flat earthers in the chat, can y'all put up the prayer hands one time, y'all? Let's put up the prayer hands. Because, you know, we believe in the Most High, our Father. They don't. Yeah. Let's throw the prayer hands up on them, y'all. Kill them that word. You know, we know where we going, you know what I'm saying, and where we came from. You know. You see the prayer hands let us know who our team is. You know what I'm saying? Look. And then we see the unnecessaries all in between. You see the prayer hands, and then you see the unnecessaries. Y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all? You feel me? We gotta be sharper and smarter, y'all. We got this. No trip. We got them. Yeah. We know how to work. We gonna keep working on them too. Believe this. Prayer hands strong. Prayer hands strong. It's all love. I love all of us, man. It's all about us, y'all. Believe this. Prayer hands, man. Yes. That's what it's about. Y'all see all the deviant, y'all see all the divines in here though? You know, we are the divine. Y'all see all the divine in here. All in between the prayer hands. We got some people in the box, y'all. Let's see what's going on. If you are a troll and you trying to jump up here, I'm gonna let you know right now, you will be let down. We will let you down. We do not have time for the BS. Deviants. Let's go. Let's go.
Hello. Can you hear me? Can you tell
me?
what happened?
I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was going on, y'all. Jump back in the box, y'all. Y'all backgrounds was somebody's background was very, very loud. But yes, man. You know.
Yo, brother.
What's going on, sir? Are you a Glober, sir?
I'm a flat earther.
You're a flat earther. All right,
You
all
want
right.
Globus in here? Is it?
Yeah, I'm looking for debates. I'm looking for debates with
Okay.
some Globers.
All right.
That's
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. I'll just say something before I jump off, as we're looking
oh,
for Globus.
hey, whoa, brother. What the? Hey, command, man. Your background is still very loud. I don't know what's going on. You might want to, switch your surroundings or wherever you are.
It's because I'm at work. I'll just mute my mic when I'm.
Oh no, that's you too loud. Your background's too loud, sir. Too loud. Any other Globers out there? I want to jump in the box. You're free to hop in the box. You know what I'm saying? Son
All
of
right, bro.
Africa. You say you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for Globers, but go ahead, sir. What was it you wanted to say, sir?
I'll be just 1 minute. I'll be just 1 minute, straight 1 minute. This is what I wanted to share. Like some of the folks here, maybe they don't know. The sun travels. The sun travels. It travels like you
Sir,
know.
you trolling my life. Trolling my
Uh,
life, sir. Trolling my life. It don't make sense. You trolling my life. All right, everybody. Let's get back to it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. As y'all can see, this picture came from a German V rocket. Yes, yes. A German V rocket, everyone. As we know and can see. You understand me? Yes. The picture is a picture of where you live and stand right now. The flat earth. This is what's going on and where you are when you live. This is the only real picture of the earth you may ever see throughout this little time span of your life. Even though there is more land that they're not teaching and telling us about. If there's any Globers out there that would like to jump in the box, you are free to jump in the box. Any of my flat earther, fellow friends or partners out there, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want to jump in the box, you know what I'm saying? Have a cool little chat. Y'all feel me, babe? Till these Globers want to come up here, feel like they got enough confidence too. Y'all free to jump in the box too. Believe that, man. It's good, flat earth. It's all good. It's what it's about. It's for us. Period. You just need 1,000 followers. As long as you have 1,000 followers, yeah, you can jump up in this video. Yeah, man, the Gloobers, man. The Gloobers. Just here to learn. It's all good. Bring him back in. Bring who back in? No, let me see. Let me check your profile. Troll. Get up out of here. Get up out of here. Tired of you trolls, bro. Y'all gotta watch out for the trolls. They try to jump on y'all live. You know what I'm saying? It kills it. It's weird. They don't say nothing, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna keep it lit. Let's go. How's the earth flat? Because it is, sir. Your gravity do not exist. That's the main number one reason. Without that, you can't even survive nor live. So yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. All right. Yes, I asked for a debate. Anyone that want to come up here with some real points, actually have anything to actually debate with, that call themselves a Glober, you are free to take the stage. Come on up here. Let's talk about it. We can debate this without any problem. You can tag any of your favorite Globers, that you know about that are on this here app. Let them know I'm up here and this man I'm talking about here like to debate, and he's saying he can defeat any Glober that there is or claim to be. I'm just saying. And I bet they don't win. Bet they don't win. Nope. Promise y'all. Once again, any Globers out there, this is a live. If you're new to this live, you haven't seen this before. This is a live where we have debates about round earth, flat earth. You are free to jump in the box if you would like to talk. State your side, you know, get whatever's on your chest off. Period. No problem. Promise you that. Promise. all the way. Hello, what's going on, y'all? Yes, yes, yes. Sun and the moon moves in a circle around your head. I do let them talk, sir. They're not saying anything. They're just trying to kill my views. I know what's going on. You guys don't know that there are people that's a part of these certain teams that's on this here app. And if you let them up on your lives, they kill you out. And basically, it kicks and drop you out of the algorithm. Yeah, certain things we must learn and know. But I've been testing it lately, but no more. Period, y'all. We gotta watch out for the clowns. You know what I'm saying? Check these accounts that be in your live streams. A lot of them are just trolls coming to try to make you look bad. But any and all Globers out there, please jump in the box. You really have something, some pointers, anything to go off of that we can talk about. Any Glober that's, claiming to be a Glober and think they can defeat this, let's get it. How you doing today, sir? How's your day so far, man?
Hey, so what about you?
Not bad, not bad.
What?
Beautiful day, beautiful day. Are you a Glober, sir?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, all right.
Well, but back to that last picture real quick. When did NASA say space was fake?
When did NASA say space was fake?
Right, that's what that last picture said, right?
This was on the
Yeah,
news. Yes, sir. This was on the news, sir.
yeah. That's pretty vague, right? I could say NASA said that monkeys have red balls, right? But
Sir, sir. You're trolling my live. You're trolling my live. How is the
no,
news fake?
it's just. I mean,
Everybody,
you're super.
everyone that believe in the globe earth believe in their news. Come on, brother. Let's get it. Let's keep it 100. Once again, if you come up here and you will be on some BS, I'm gonna let you know. You gotta go. We ain't got time for that. Anybody that's saying let that man talk, and you are not a real one with a real account. I am, yeah, but yes. You see this, sir. This is taken from the news, like literally. Anybody that know anything about NASA know NASA has literally, y'all, a specific team of people who does nothing for 24 hours of a day, man. They do nothing but CGI. All the real pictures that the satellites take and send to NASA, they send here for these people to CGI them and make them fake animation, and they keep the real pictures. You know what I'm talking about? They keep the real picture. Yeah, they keep the real pictures and keep them tucked off, but show the world animations. When these gloobers gonna wake up? Just sad. Just sad, man. Don't make no sense. Yo, gravity don't exist. How do they have gravity? We all know that the Earth has like natural formations. Natural, y'all. Remember that. Key word here is natural. Emphasize on natural. The Earth's core that they claim, yeah, the the magma bed, which got elements within it, which are mixing, turning, and spinning, rubbing against one another. Y'all know what I'm saying? Giving off static electricity. Them elements within are magnetized. So with that all being mixed together, what do you get? Electromagnetism. So the earth has its own natural, y'all, electric magnetic field. So where the hell does gravity come into play? And then when you ask science, the real scientists, the ones that actually do this, you feel me? You know what they say? That these gloobers don't even know. Gravity and the electromagnetic field are two different things. Remember this, y'all. They're two different things. I know, because you made the shit up, motherfucker. Yeah, I bet they are. Yeah. And then, I mean, look, man, y'all need to go look into the test they did that supposedly proved their gravity. Don't make no sense, y'all. They took out static electricity, but yet used ground. They used grounded electricity. You're supposed to take out. You wasn't even supposed to take nothing out. You're supposed to leave in all the elements, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? I don't see you in the request box. You know, I don't see you in the request box. Shoot a request. You're free to come up, especially if you're a Glober. I just sent you a request. Come on up here. Come on up here. You know what I'm saying, y'all? We gotta make this all make sense. And how you gonna exclude electricity from your experiment that's supposed to be proving your gravity? But then again, you didn't. But even if you do, that means you're lying. You're not doing it properly the right way that you were supposed to. So you really lied and constructed and did all this BS for nothing. Sir, you don't have enough followers to get up on the stage. Once you get up on the stage, it's all good. Their experiment they use, y'all, they use 2 lead balls. Talking about the lead balls attracting one another, the mass of the balls. No, they use the grounded electricity. You know, we all know you dig deep enough into the earth, you can get free electricity. You know what I'm saying? So this is what they did. Yeah, they got it from the ground, literally. That's why they said. They even told you. They even tell people, man. Put it in black and white. They use grounded electricity. They grounded the electricity. That's what they say. They grounded the electricity. I don't see nobody in the box. So if you grounded the electricity, you still use the electricity. The way that they used it, it made the elements in the lead have a reaction. The electricity made the elements in the lead have a reaction, and that's what caused them to attract one another. The static friction of the electricity pulled toward one another. They know this. Their gravity don't exist. There isn't one real test they can do nor perform to prove it. All they want to talk about is, well, if I drop this, drop that. Yeah, that's all because, yeah, come on. Talking about your gravity that has nothing to do with none of the elements of Earth. So make it make sense. Gotta make it make sense. What you out here running around and boasting about don't have nothing to do with the elements of the where you live on the Earth. Like, so how you gonna say that exists? That's something. That's what? That ain't nothing. Literally, you ain't even proved it till this day. Still, there's people out here talking about it's a globe. It's a globe. It's a globe, bruh. Go look into yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cause you're gonna get embarrassed stepping up here. But anyway, yeah. And them gloobers don't want no smoke. He say jump in, globies. Let's see, man. These gloopers don't want no smoke, y'all. They know what's coming with this. Leave that.
Hi, dude. Does the sound okay? I can change my headphones if the mic is too bad.
What's up, man?
Oh no, I can hear you. I can hear you, sir.
So let me start off by saying a couple things. One, the photo that you have behind you is only one photo. of a panel of photos, and if you look at the entirety of the photos taken by the V rocket, which I already Googled, you can see that there's a clear curvature. They show from the west to the south, and there's a curvature. You selectively picked only one
Sir,
picture to show
Show
when
that
there's like
picture.
12 of them.
sir, what's
Show
your
that
That's only
picture.
one picture. There's multiple. There's
sir?
multiple. That's one picture
Show
of
it.
a panel of pictures. Excuse me, I'm not done talking.
Show
And
him.
second, you claim that gravity doesn't exist, and that the phenomenon that you use to explain the
Sir,
fact that
one
we're all stuck to a
second, not
globe
second,
is
1 second,
electromagnetism.
sir,
But
sir,
I must point
sir,
out that non-ferrous
sir.
metals and non-ferrous
Hey,
elements are
calm
not
down, buddy.
magnetic. So how can you use magnetism to
Sir, let me
explain gravity?
respond to the first thing you
I
said.
wasn't even
Calm
done
down.
saying what
Why
I
do
was
you
saying.
Globers do that? You
Do you know what
always say
non-ferrous
like
metals are?
two
Do
different
you know what
statements,
non-ferrous
and
metals
then you
are?
want somebody to respond to the
Do you
last
know what
one
a
you said. No,
non-ferrous metal? Did you know that
sir.
stainless steel is not magnetic? Did you know
Echo.
that gold is not magnetic?
Why you ain't even trying to talk? What are you doing? You want to
Wow.
come up here,
Hey.
bro? Talk. Let's have a real discussion.
Hey,
You
I don't
talking
know
about
how
this
you do it, bro.
debate pig.
I'm just gonna keep
It's
it real. I don't know how you do it, man. All these globies that
all
come up
right.
on your channel and just say
I
them
know.
crazy ass. How do you do it, bro?
I'm
Without
on the
losing
do
your
that.
shit. Without losing your shit, man. Look, the patience that you had, bro. I feel like you
That's the
my
point.
teacher, huh? I'm just
That's
saying,
the
bro.
point.
I watch your lives every day, bro, for like a week now. The patience you had, bro, is humbling to me because I be snapping the fuck out. I be the ignorance that they bring to you, bro. How do you do it? Oh,
Oh man, I know they coming. I already know. I'm prepared for them. I'm
uh,
prepared for it. I'm already knowing it's coming. I'm already knowing, brother. But he can't. How you gonna come up? How you gonna come up here, say one thing, and then you jump to another thing? Like, let's talk about your first point. What are you doing? Come on, I understand why the Globers do that.
he said
You
he
can't do
said
that.
he said the V2 rocket showed multiple pictures, yet didn't show any of the pictures he said that proved the curvature. Bro, this is what I deal with globies all the time. The false claims, but they back it up through conformity. They can't prove none of this shit that they talking about.
You don't
But
even
don't
know.
stick by it
He,
like it's the word of God. I don't get it.
this guy back in the. I mean, come on, man. You wanna? All right, come on. Nah, we're gonna stick to this picture. Hey, DJ, what year? What year are the photos you have from?
Dude, it wasn't me speaking. It was the other guy, the one that was on
Oh,
top. That was so funny.
my bad, brother.
No problem, man. He was just going off, man, about metal feathers. Or do you know your metal feathers? That was too funny. I knew you kicked me. You thought it was me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, my bad, brother. Oh man, I
hey,
apologize, man.
That's so funny,
Mr.
man.
Lost don't play, bro.
I just caught you for the first time today, man. I'm a new follower. I love that degree guy, half a degree guy above the water. But it made me think of something that I don't hear a lot.
Hmm?
If they want to prove the globe, it would be easy with on water with you talk about telescopes and all. They just have to take one mega telescope over the water and just show us boats live, whatever, and see and show us like, oh, there the boats go off at 300 miles. You don't see them, and they never did. They never do that. Cause
They never
I
will.
mean, they never will. Cause they do those laser tests, stupid lasers. But why not just go all the way? Just take a fucking huge telescope and just go over the water and show people, hey, the
All
boats
the,
are there,
all the,
the curve is there, the Earth is round, and then you don't see the boats at a certain point.
all the $1 million, $1 billion telescopes they have, the big, huge telescopes. Why they just don't bring them down and look across, the terrain?
Yeah, just
They're
show us
not.
The
the.
first biggest telescope that they engineered from the Vatican. Do you know what they called it? Lucifer.
Yeah, I heard that. But I'm sure we could see like China from Canada, and I mean, yeah, I'm sure we could see like the whole way if it's flat, let's say. But that's why they never want to do that test. Just take huge satellites and put them over water just to see how far we see. I mean, that seems like the sort of thing they could do easily. I mean, just take the best
Exactly.
telescopes you got, put them on a boat. Let's see how far we see.
YM Boss Man, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. I can hear you. You believe the
Is
Earth is
Boss Man a
round
Globe?
or flat?
Nah, I'm a flat guy.
Oh,
Dang. Mr. Lost, I feel that like all the globers you're looking for is just disappearing, my fam. There's
Oh, you
nobody
you
to
kicked him,
interview.
dude. You kicked him, Mr. Metal Feathers
They're
guy. You kicked him at the
they're
same
watered
time.
down, bro.
He wasn't
Your
done,
work
dude.
is paying off, fam. Huh? You feel me? Where they at, bro?
I'm not
You,
doing enough, bro. I ain't
do you
doing
know
enough.
your metal feathers or
Nah,
what?
you do plenty, bro.
Now the whole world got to know this.
I feel you, but I'm
The
just
whole
saying
world.
you holding a big enough audience where you ain't getting shadow banned. I pull a live, ain't more than 12 people in that motherfucker. I ain't even trying to front on you. 12 people. I feel stupid going live. I come on your
Hey,
live,
but
it's like 500 people. Huh? You doing
I'm
something,
not.
bro.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I first started, a lot of people didn't even want to hear the truth. And then once I
Facts.
seen that there was Globers actually on here debating flat earthers, oh man, I must have started jumping on their lives and getting at them. And then as soon as I start making it
Respect.
make sense, they want to kick me off. I'm like, all right, all right.
Yeah, I
Once
went
I
through
once
that
I
plenty of times.
Yeah, you should kick me off for
I'm not
making.
doing
You
it
should
is
kick me off right now
awfully hard.
for making too much sense with my telescope thing. You should kick me off right now. Maybe you got
No, the
globers.
telescope thing do make sense. I mean, that's how
Yeah, I
we
know,
see
I know.
beyond the
That's,
so-called curvature.
no, I don't know.
How
That's
could
what I was saying. I was saying
DJ?
that as a joke.
How could a periscope work on a globe Earth when it's only meters above the water from a submarine?
No, I mean a telescope or whatever goggles, the best
They don't.
telescope. You just put them on both just to see straight. Can we see like in China or whatever? They
Yeah.
could do that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, how do they convince you that you have superpowers?
What do you mean?
They tell you that they tell you that stars are light years away. So you think you could see trillions of miles away.
No, I'm not
So
saying
when
that.
somebody says, no, I'm not saying you're saying
Okay,
that.
yeah,
I'm saying this is
yeah,
what they
yeah, yeah.
say.
Okay, yeah, go
So
on.
if they can convince you that a star is 25 trillion light years away, you think you got Superman powers.
Yeah,
And
I
then they're
know,
like,
but
well, how come I can't see England from New York if the Earth is flat?
yeah, they're gonna say
That's
it's because there's
that's what I'm
there's
talking
like
about.
there's clouds, or they're gonna say there's too much haze in whatever country. That's why you can't see far. They,
Haze, fog,
probably,
smog,
yeah, they probably would say
refraction
that.
only resist in their world.
Oh yeah, nowhere in the sky. There's no clouds. Don't affect them. But here they would. I mean, I'm not sure. Even if they could use that excuse, they don't do that test. With the seen far with a huge telescope. So I mean, it's a lost cause for now.
Or the fact I just had this whole debate with a guy at the bar today, and he tried to tell me that he could see the curve from an airplane. I
Oh yeah,
asked
Anyone
him, I
else?
said,
If
that's
anybody want
stupid.
to
what
hop in the
happens?
box, free to hop in the box, man. Anybody, flat earther,
Let him
globers,
know.
you
Oh
come
yeah,
up
they
to
don't
me.
even know about.
33,000 feet, they level off,
They don't
right?
even know about fish
33,000 feet,
islands.
they level off.
Yeah, a lot of them don't. A lot of them don't. But yeah,
Yeah.
hey,
How
any
do you
flat
level
earthers
off on a
out there?
ball?
Oh, hold up. I think we got a glober in the
Oh
box.
yeah, let me go,
Ooh,
man. Let me go. I got a bad mic.
Okay, okay.
I'll be
Kick me good.
quiet. I love listening to Mr.
Oh,
Lost
I'm
interrogate the Globies. So
yeah, it
let me
was
mute
good.
my mic, bro. I'm all
It
ears,
was
fam.
good.
I'm about to give him this work.
Get him.
I think he's a glober. I don't know for sure. We're gonna find out. We're about to find out. Corporal,
Like
how you
Mike's
doing
is
today,
the
sir?
Glober.
It's a globe in here.
Nah, Corporal's a flat earther, bro. I seen his comments. He's
Oh,
flat.
okay. I didn't see him in there. I didn't see him in there.
Hey,
Corporal, how you doing
hey,
today,
hey,
brother?
hey, Lost. If you ever need a moderator, bro, let me know, man. I'll moderate your lives for you.
Sure, bro. It's all
Facts.
good, man. Appreciate you. For
Let
sure.
them trolls find they exit easily.
Look at Corporal.
Oh shit,
Oh, oh, sorry. I gotta wipe my
man,
face.
your head is rounder than my
Oh
wife's
boy.
titties, bro.
Are you are you guys trying to say you don't believe? You don't believe in this? You don't believe in this?
No sir, no sir.
Oh boy.
How could we?
How dare you guys not believe?
That's nothing to believe in, Corporal.
I'm offended.
No.
You better stop trolling, Corporal. Mr. Lost is going to give you the boot.
It's a
No, it's
fantasy.
all good, Corporal. You going crazy for this one, bro. Oh shoot,
Well, I
Dang.
my
can't
boy
believe you
made
guys are
that.
not believers. I can't believe that you don't believe.
Sir, can you tell us why you believe, sir?
What?
Tell
I
us,
mean,
tell us your
look
testimony
at
how
my
you found
head.
the Earth to spin.
Look at my head. Look at how could there be a
That's,
how could there be a globe head if there wasn't a globe?
Oh, he's made a point.
man.
Lost, you better delete your channel, man. He's proved you wrong
Man,
here.
gosh, bro. I don't know what to say. I don't know what he got me. He got me,
I'm
bro.
stumped.
Okay, but I have a real
Oh man.
question for you guys. Since we have no confirmation from SpaceX, when you imagine this in your globe head, okay, when you're imagining this, is it going straight towards Mars? Like, is he driving it like towards, or is it rotating? It's strangely rotating. Is it doing like tumbles? Is it going sideways? Like, or is he just, he's mobbing because we have no confirmation. I just want to know.
Oh shoot.
Or here's a
Um,
great question about space. I got one great question about space that I talked
he
to
said
Thomas
it's
on Maria's
tumbling.
live, right? So here's the question I asked him. I said, if the sun is moving through the galaxy at over 500,000 miles an hour, right? When you left Earth to travel to Mars, how did your spaceship, how did, how did your
No,
spaceship keep track with the distance that the sun travels in 1 year within 8 months of travel to the Mars?
No,
How did you not
we
get
ping
left
it like a cell
behind?
phone. No, stop. That's crazy.
Think about it. No. They travel
Guys,
500 trillion, 600 million miles a year. How
okay,
did a
and he has
spaceship
a cell
travel from
phone.
Earth to Mars?
He has a cell phone, and
that's what
we
I want
ping
to
it,
know.
and it tells us
How in our
it
lifespan?
used the cell phone tower to ping his cell phone, and it could tell us how far he is. I can't believe these questions you guys have. Look, okay, it's pretty
Cell
obvious.
phone's a land tower, right?
Look,
It's
Cell phone
common
towers on
sense,
land, right?
uncorporal. It's common sense, uncorporal.
Yes.
well, I mean, how do you think we slowed down on the way to the moon? I mean, think about how much. Was that
How did you catch it?
239,000 miles an hour? Or 230,
No, 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 no. The
239,000 miles?
moon has to travel. The moon
Yes,
has to
that is.
travel 66,000 miles. Listen, the moon has to travel 66,000 miles faster than the Earth to pass it up. How does it
Yeah.
speed
So
up and slow
listen,
down,
so
but we don't
listen.
see no
Once
spin?
we got going 66,000 miles an hour, we used our air brakes right before we hit the moon. We used our air brakes.
Anti-lock brakes?
We had air
Oh,
brakes
okay.
to slow it
That makes
down.
sense.
That's
Because
how
we
it
have
works.
atmosphere, so we have anti-lock air brakes in the Earth. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Now that you
Well,
explain that, I feel so
if you
dumb.
guys go look,
Just make it up as
NASA
they go.
NASA says that the moon is inside of the Earth's atmosphere, and so once we figured that
Oh
out, the Earth's
wow.
atmosphere
Oh
there, we could
wow.
use the air brakes. Then we were really worried about the air brakes not working at 66,000 miles an hour. I mean, it was a dilemma. Monkeys can't tell us what we need to know. We had to send men.
Or, at the end of the day, once you feel like you've ran out of answers to the questions, just use gravity to explain away the fallacies, bro. It's so easy to be a glober.
Well, have I told you guys about
Whenever
the
I find
stars?
whenever I find
Have I told you
myself
about how many
running out of
stars?
explanations, I could just say gravity, and you'll believe what I say,
Yeah,
huh?
exactly. In order
and,
to be a
and
Glover,
also how many
that's their
stars you
best
can
and
see when you're up there. There
main.
was so many stars. It was so many stars up there when we were up there. So many stars up there, and just pictures of the stars and gravity. But you can't see the stars as well where there's gravity. So you have to go where there's no gravity. Then you can see the stars better.
But
Were
you
you
can
ever
only
able
go
to
to
pull
where.
up on a star? Were you ever able to pull up very close to a star?
No, that's what we're working on right here. We're gonna be like,
I feel
Skirt,
you.
what's up? You got
Skirt.
break yourself. I know you got noble gases up in that. Gonna
He
vacuum
said, "I'm
some of that
pulling up
out.
for the light.
He says skirt
Give me the
skirt.
light."
Have you not seen the? Okay, look. hold on. Have you seen the movie Spaceballs? Okay, because we get a
Yes.
lot of our ideas from movies. Okay, so they have
Truth in the
Mega
movies,
May.
lies in the news.
Okay,
Got
Mega
you.
May has a big old vacuum cleaner. We figured out how to do that
Ooh.
without the big vacuum cleaner.
Oh
We have a
boy.
smaller vacuum cleaner. I mean, technology has come a long way since
So,
we made
so
that
what you're
movie.
saying is that we derive the technology of vacuum cleaners from the vacuum of space? Wow, thank you, NASA.
Well, that's
My
not what
mind
we
is
did. We just
blown.
copied.
How would
We
I
copied
clean my
Mega
carpet in
May.
my living room without NASA?
Yeah,
Thank God
Hey,
for
we're
bro.
NASA, man.
gonna try
Hey,
and
these
mine.
other
We're
vacuumers
gonna
out
mine
before they
these
ever went to
stars.
space.
You guys need to donate to my Cash App so I can be like Elon Musk, right?
Oh
Oh
boy.
God.
Oh wait,
What's your
Elon,
cash
hold
at,
up.
bro?
I mean, it's all true. Up there, overhead somewhere. Just imagine it, you guys. Okay, because it's there, it's happening. Or did you guys forget about that already?
No. Clearly, the difference between a vacuum cleaner and the vacuum of space is irrelevant. I
No,
agree with
we
your
haven't forgot
comments,
about it.
Lost.
Hey,
Oh
hey,
man,
I'm gonna let you down for a bit. I'm gonna see if we got
All right.
another Glober in here.
I want a Glober to explain to me the second law of thermodynamics and how a cold gas pressure system can exist next to a hot gas pressure system. I'd really love to hear a Glober's explanation on the second law of thermodynamics and how that makes sense in space. If space is 445 degrees negative Fahrenheit next to our atmosphere, how do you mix a cold gas and a warm gas together without a barrier? I'm waiting for because there's no excuse for it.
So
The
right before I sign
laws
off,
of
guys, I just wanted to say
thermodynamics.
thank you for having me on here. But check this out. I made this design here a while back when they did this weird thing, and
Is that the Tesla in space?
this is actually the poster from X Files in Mulder's office. He used to have a UFO here, remember? So Mulder would go into his office from X Files and it'd be on the wall. The UFO would say, "I want to believe." So I just swapped it out for the Tesla. It seemed more fitting to me. But I want to thank you guys for having me on. I love what you guys do. Keep doing it. Fight the good fight.
Love you too, Corporal.
Oh yeah, all the way,
All right.
Corporal. You free to come back,
So,
brother. You know it.
L. Smith, what is the atmospheric barrier? Like, I explain
No,
that to me
so
because
he's saying that because I'm asking him to explain the second law of thermodynamics, which means that you have to have a barrier between hot and cold gases. The
yeah,
whole the whole the whole space theory falls apart when you apply the second law of thermodynamics. It's the same reason why the four body problem exists, and they can't recreate space. They can't recreate what they teach us. It's
Thanks,
all
bro.
lies.
like there's so many ways to debunk around Earth. Like I can't like people say flat earthers are like nuts and they can't be real, but it's like how like I don't understand. Like the moon landing has been debunked by the man that went to the moon. Like he literally
Get him,
admitted he
girl.
never went.
Nope.
On top of that, like we just magically lost the technology, right? But my question to
Oh
Glober's
yeah.
is because they believe in gravity. So if you believe science and what science says, the gravitational pull of the Earth is strong enough to hold the moon in our orbit. So how can you stand upright? How can you jump off the ground? How can a
Right.
butterfly fly?
Can I add something to that?
Or
As
Adam,
far
Adam, boss.
as far as
Eric Nelson, I want
gravity,
you to come in, please.
if y'all don't know, the only thing that's actually stuck to this ground is the trees. They actually rooted in the ground. Everything else is cemented, covered up with dirt. There's nothing that's holding
Oh,
anything to this
Eric
earth
Nelson is a
but a
troll, though. You
tree.
know, don't worry about Eric Nelson. He's a troll. He don't have enough followers or anything. There's a
Oh,
lot of people out here that's
Eric Nelson
trolls.
was
He's a
saying
troll.
that he works for NASA and NASA is lying about everything. So that's why I was
I
like,
know he
okay,
talking
maybe.
about he a flat earther, this and that. He a troll. He know what's going on. I
Um,
know what he on.
L, where are you at? L Smith. According to science, we do not orbit the moon. The moon stays
Yeah.
Well,
in our orbit.
And
how can
gravity
the
is a
moon
joke. The moon is
have
Right here from what's
gravitational pull? But hold up, how can the moon, it's small, 400 times smaller than the sun, have gravitational pull on
with our
our
beautiful
oceans?
Polaris that they,
Think about it.
claim and call to y'all. But you right, brother. You right.
Kachiki Springtrap 2.0. Mass the bigger something is, the heavier it gets. You can't be that ignorant. No, but like we're literally standing on Earth's surface, and how many thousands of miles away is the moon? Like, calculate this and explain to me why it is that science has to state that everything is this unfathomable distance that nobody can
So
calculate or have any reasonable like concept of.
they
Oh,
put those distances
who has no
fast
understanding.
because they want you to feel stupid. They want the distance to be so far that
Oh,
you
I
feel
know.
you can't calculate it. So it's all about inserting their dominance over you to make you feel like you're stupid, right? But when you question any
I
part
understand that.
of the globe, it falls apart.
No, I
Wow.
You
understand that
start
Oh
to
completely.
boy.
But Elijah says the moon is 250,000 miles away, supposedly. So you're telling me
and
that an object is 250,000 miles away. Our gravity can maintain it in our orbit, which our gravity doesn't exist in space. So how does that work? But like, but we're
or
holding this
how does the
object
sun's gravity keep us
250,000 miles away,
towards
but we
it?
can stand upright.
Hey, go,
Well, think
Sean. Let her
about it.
finish. Let her finish,
If
Sean.
yeah,
Exactly.
you're
Like
right, you're right.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. He said unfathomable to you.
Hmm.
Nah, not at all. You know, y'all
What do they
scientists
gain by
don't
teaching
have
that?
nothing.
Because the basis of all of the lies that they tell stems from this. They gain
Or
control.
they're making
I'm
it
driving
seem
through
like
the dead spot, so my
gravity.
phone's gonna fuck up for a second.
They're telling us that gravity affects it based upon our mass. Okay, so the bigger the mass, the bigger gravity has effect on you. So how can the moon be 400 times smaller than the Earth and the sun doesn't suck the moon up into its orbit? If the sun is keeping us in its gravity pull, how can something 800 times smaller than it have a force on our oceans? Logically, that makes zero sense, right? Or how does the moon
Also, the
only
fact that gravity
attract
doesn't
certain
exist in
waters
space.
with current?
Oh, okay, TikTok. Hey, move on,
You
man.
know,
Hate on us, y'all.
I know.
Crazy.
Somebody said the moon is 6 times smaller than the moon. Okay.
The moon?
But
No,
my thing is
they say
if
that the
if
moon is
Huh?
4 times smaller than us, and the sun is 4 times bigger than us. Meaning that the moon is 8 times smaller than the sun. Yet they somehow eclipse each other at perfect circles where they're the same size.
Shouldn't the moon be
Wow.
devoured?
I ain't even thought
yeah,
about it like
it's
that.
it's
Through space, through the
no,
astronomical
there's not
travels
other
of
universes.
different. Oh my God, you're spinning 4 different
We
directions,
can't
yet
go to
somehow these
Antarctica.
two circles eclipse each other
Oh,
perfectly.
we
And
got
they've
a
been
Glover here.
predicting.
We got a Glover
Ooh,
in the
if you.
box, man. We got an actual Glover in the
Uh oh.
box. Yeah, hey,
Here
You
we
why
know,
y'all
I'll
go.
let y'all
slide
let
up.
Globematic.
we gotta let who want to get down? Anybody want to? I know y'all don't want to get down.
Oh, I can't get down, bro. Let's
Like,
rock paper scissors. I'm showing my
look,
face, so I should get some.
I'ma just I gotta choose somebody, man.
Two
Who?
straws.
All
Two
right, I gotta
straws.
choose. I gotta choose who been up here the longest. I gotta choose who been up here the longest.
That's probably
Who
me.
been up here the
Uh,
longest?
It's
I
all
gotta, you know, we
good.
gotta, we gotta make it fair. Sean, it's all good, brother. You can come back. You
Hey,
been up here the
I
longest, so
love you, bro. I'll
we can
step
keep it
down.
moving, keep it rolling.
Yes, sir.
It's all love, brother.
Yep. I'll be here if you need me
Oh,
to
yeah.
leave.
Oh wait,
I'm just here
oh
to back you up,
somebody
bro.
left. So never mind. Somebody already done dipped out,
Fast
man.
left. She left. That's all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's see
wasn't
what
expecting that.
Globematic got to say. I've seen Globematic
Yeah,
before in other lives, so I can't wait to hear what this dude got to say.
see what. But how you doing today, Globe?
I'm good. I just want to say I'm my connection's a little shaky right now, so if I just drop out, that's probably why.
Maybe you're using satellite communicational devices,
I
sir.
hope he ain't trolling.
I'm in my backyard and I'm connected to Wi-Fi, but I'm like at the max capacity.
Okay. No satellite connection for you then.
Correct. One thing I
What,
wanted to
what,
say with the you're talking about like the moon and the sun sizes. The way that they phrase
Mm-hmm.
that the the moon is 400 times smaller than the sun, and the sun is 400 times farther away than the moon. So that's how they line up. That's why they say, like the total solar eclipse, matches up
Do
so
according
Do you
to
sun
think
the
when
that's
there's
moon.
an
harder to
eclipse.
believe?
Well, I was
Sir,
just I'm not here to challenge you guys. I just wanted to like say that
No,
one.
it's cool.
you can jump back in the box. You can jump back in the
But
box, fast cars.
yeah, I just wanted to say that because like you were saying like 8 times and 4 times, but it's 400 times. The sun is 400 times farther away and 400 times smaller than the moon.
I
So that's
I
how those
stand
two things line
corrected.
up.
I stand corrected, but my point is that
No,
more
hold on, hold
easily
on, hold on, hold on, hold on,
believable
Sean.
than the
Hold on,
sun and the
Sean.
moon being the same size?
One second, Sean. 1 second.
Okay.
Sir, you said the moon and the sun are 400. There's a 400, measurement size in the size of them compared to one another, right?
Yeah, the moon is 400 times smaller than the sun in regards to our perception of them. Yeah.
No, not regards of our perception. Is the moon 400 times smaller than the sun?
No, I think it's. I haven't actually checked, but no, I like if you do the math for what like NASA says like the diameter of the moon is and the diameter of the sun, I don't think that equates to a difference of 400 times. It's
So,
based on it's so
hmm,
it's it's you're talking about two objects lining up, right? So the moon size and the sun size is based on where we one is 400 times farther away from us than the other one is. And then because looks 4 times smaller, that's how you get that perfect lining up during an eclipse. As far as does that sound more believable than like the local sun and
Sean, I'm
moon?
gonna let you back up in a minute, brother. Hold on.
I would guess I would say yes. I mean, the local sun and moon don't really make sense to me because, if you think about the sun, like where I'm at right now, it's like 90 degrees. And how far away do you guys say the sun is?
Sir, sir, you're not explaining really what I asked. Is the moon 400 times smaller than the sun?
No.
But that's what you said,
Yeah, it's not like it's by perception.
sir.
Okay, so I have a question. I have a
So
question.
what is
So,
the
like, we were
actual
talking about
size, sir,
seasons and
then?
being hotter.
One
Sorry.
second, fast. 1 second, one
Okay,
second.
go ahead.
Sir, so what is the size?
Hold on one sec.
We're going off of what you said, sir. We're not about to go back and forth. You said it is 400 times smaller than the sun, sir. So if we had an eclipse and the moon and the sun passed each other, how in the world would the moon even eclipse the sun, sir? Sir, and for two, sir, wouldn't the sun engulf the moon and destroy it?
If it's
Mm.
really far away from it, no. It would just look like it lines up. If they were right next to each other or on like the same geodetic plane, I mean, then yeah, then that would happen. But the moon and sun are super far away from each other.
So how far is the moon and the sun
Sir, they are not
from each
super far
other?
away from each other, sir.
I'm
From
telling you
the
what I'm not.
lineup
I'm telling
perspective
you
that
what
they
the
have on
what.
their models, it is not super far away, sir. The moon, honestly, from their perspective and their models, should not even be able to block out the sun and cause an eclipse.
Exactly.
So, can you explain that, sir?
How can
So,
I explain an eclipse?
No, sir. Can you explain their model with the sun being, I mean, man, massively huge, and somehow the moon is able to block it out? Can you
Let
explain
me
that, sir?
hold on. Let me.
And it's not as
Hey,
far
yeah.
as
So
they
yeah, the
say
sun. Yeah, the sun is
either,
400 times
due to their
farther away than
models.
the moon and is 400 times bigger. So yeah, the moon is 400 times smaller than the sun.
Exactly, and it's not as far as they make it seem due to their models. So how can it block it?
If it's 400, if the sun is 400 times farther away than the moon is, and the moon is 400 times smaller,
Sir,
right?
once
The
again,
moon's
due to
closer.
their models, it is not that far.
Sorry, say that again.
Due to their models, it is never that far.
What do you mean?
So
Who that you by there? I'm assuming you're saying NASA.
you know who they are. It's not you.
And what? How is their model? How does it say it's not that far away?
The actual model that they represent, sir.
Yeah, they
The
say the
model.
sun's 93 million
It
miles
doesn't
away.
work. They don't have no model that they can present that works. Period.
That a total eclipse works.
You know what I'm
that
talking
shows
about,
how
buddy.
an eclipse works.
You know what I'm talking about. The distance from the moon and all that good stuff. Yeah, yeah. It don't
Yeah.
work.
So
So,
so for an eclipse, if the sun is 400 times larger and 400 times farther away.
sir, you said that already. Sir, I'm saying
Yeah,
it
but
don't
I'm
work.
confused as to how you think that doesn't
I
work.
don't need the
Well,
definition.
it's
I
because
need you
if
to
the sun
give the
is
points.
400 times larger and 400 times as far away, like it doesn't make sense. The lunar
The
Yeah,
point
eclipse
is
would
they
not make
cannot
sense.
present no
Or
model,
the solar, yeah.
no model to represent that. So if you
so we
cannot
could,
present a model in actuality, you
if
cannot
you
say
wanted
it's a
to
fact.
simplify this down just for sake of understanding, and you just went with 4 instead of
Let me
400.
respond to what you just said. 1 second, sir. You said you can just simply simplify it down. You mean you can take things out of it to make it fit your narrative. Go
No,
ahead, sir. You have the floor.
I'm talking about just like lowest common denominator for the sake
I
of
understand that.
explaining how it works. I'm not saying lowering it
And for you to
adds
do that, you
reality.
have
I'm
to
just trying to
remove
make it.
certain things that will destroy your whole equation.
And it would have to be
What?
relative to something.
It's not
Where
destroying the equation. It's just simplifying it. It's to making it easier to understand. I'm not
Okay, so
saying that this.
does the sun have a gravitational pull?
Yeah,
Okay. Does the moon have a gravitational pull?
yeah.
Is the moon between us and the sun?
Sometimes
So why in that sometimes does the moon not get sucked up into the sun's gravitational pull?
because gravity gets weaker by the square of the distance.
But it can keep us in its orbit, but it won't suck up the moon.
Correct, because we also have our own gravity. So because the moon's
Right, right, right,
closer
right, right,
to.
right, right. Wait. No, stop. Right there. You just said it. So the sun has its own gravitational pull. The
Mm-hmm.
moon sometimes is between us and the sun. So how is it that we stay like not stationary, but like at an equidistance to the sun, but the moon doesn't just get sucked into the sun's, like if the sun's gravitational pull is a certain strength on the earth, would it not then make sense that it is stronger on the moon and then should suck the moon into its self?
Well, it would suck.
They
It
have
would
a
be
Is
the
that not
logic,
moon
how
sir.
would.
gravity works?
The moon. The way you're saying it's weird. You're like the way you're saying it makes it sound like the moon would just like beeline it for the sun. The moon, in your example, with the way you're thinking, would just be in its own orbit around the sun. But because we are bigger than the moon and way closer to the moon, our gravity is stronger because of the distance squared.
I'm not talking about our gravitational pull on the moon or the
No, but
moon's
that right there
gravitational pull on
alone,
us. I'm talking
fast,
about the
fast,
sun's
fast,
gravitational pull on the moon
fast. You got to
versus
Right,
the sun's gravitational pull on us.
fast.
right.
The sun is between us and the moon by hundreds of thousands of miles.
Millions. But yeah,
Oh,
and that's exactly why. The moon is closer to us. So for sake of example, I want you to imagine an earth or an object, whatever, and then say a foot out from this object, the gravity has a strength of 10. So then when you go 2 feet out, it's not going to have a strength of 20 at 2 feet out. It's going to have a strength of 15 at 2 feet out.
uh-huh.
And the farther you go out, the smaller that number is going to get,
How
right?
many times larger is the sun than the earth?
Than the Earth, it's
What is the strength
nothing.
of the gravitational pull of the sun versus the gravitational pull of the earth?
Earth's gravitational pull. I mean, for the moon, I'd have to look that up.
No. Just in general, the gravitational pull. It doesn't have to be of the moon. Like gravitational pull should not have variance. The gravitational pull. What is the gravitational pull of the Earth?
9.81 meters per second squared.
Okay. What is the gravitational pull of the sun?
If you're directly on the sun, I don't know.
Nope. Okay. Like how
Okay,
would
wait.
anybody
Hey,
measure the gravitational pull of the
got a
sun, given that
question.
we can't go to the sun?
Well,
Let me
you
ask
would.
him a
So
question
the
real
way
quick,
you.
fast.
Sorry, what?
Wait. He wants to ask a question.
So
Let me ask you a question real quick, sir.
the way you
Wait,
measure like
Globe. Let me ask
gravity.
you a question real quick,
Oh,
Globe.
yeah,
Let me ask you a question.
yeah.
You said the sun. How far you said the sun was again?
It's not exact, but 93 million miles away is like the
93
rule of
million
thumb.
miles away, sir.
Yeah.
Why is the sun right here in the clouds?
Thank you.
It's behind the clouds.
But look at the clouds
Which
behind the
makes this
sun.
point even more
You can see
better.
the clouds wrapping around the sun, sir.
Yeah, that's just how light works. You can do that with a Kleenex and a light bulb.
Right, and that light will be literally right around the clean.
No, I'm
The
saying if you
Kleenex will
have a
be
light
literally
bulb,
around the light.
if you have a light bulb 5 feet away from you and a Kleenex 3 inches in front of your face, you can make that same illusion.
Say it one more time, sir. How far away?
I need this, 5, 10 feet, whatever you want it to be. Just a source of
Local,
what?
a local light source, though, right? A local light source, not a
Well,
light source
you can
that's
do it with the
all
sun
these
and
miles
a
away,
tree,
right?
Okay,
or you can do it with the
I have
sun and a
another
tree, or
question.
the sun and Kleenex.
I have another question.
Yeah.
So,
It's all
do you
local
believe the
light.
Earth
Once
is a
again,
perfect globe, or do you believe it's an oblate spheroid?
Oblate spheroid.
Okay, so explain to me how, with the different seasons and the different distances from the sun and the Earth's rotation and everything, so you believe the middle of the Earth is fatter than the poles. So explain to me how the equator, given that we're on a tilted axis, the temperature doesn't greatly vary versus the poles.
Well, it doesn't greatly vary because the distance, how much wider it is in the middle versus the poles, isn't like hundreds of miles. It's literally across the entire planet equal to 43 miles.
Okay, but if that's the case, then a sun that's 93 million miles away shouldn't really have that great of an effect on our global temperatures, period.
any other
But if you're
flat
trying to
earthers
say
I'd
the
like to jump in
middle,
the box or globers, you're free to
if you're
jump in the
trying to say the
box.
middle of the earth is wider than the north and south, and we're on a tilted axis, therefore the middle of the earth should be significantly hotter in the day and significantly hotter in the evening, and it should be even more of a difference depending on the season. Like, that doesn't make sense.
I mean, it is. It depends on, significant, quote unquote, is subjective.
Oh, that
Like
person had a cold
10
echo.
degrees could be significant to someone, and then 20 degrees could be, not significant at all to someone. Where I live in Wisconsin, and we have days where it goes from -50 to 30 degrees. That's an 80-degree difference. Now, is that significant over the course of one day? Yeah. But if you were talking about the North Pole versus, Miami Keys or Miami, Florida, that's not significant at the same time. You know what I mean? And it has to do with like the energy input from the sun onto the earth.
Have you ever looked at the temperature variance throughout the days and the seasons at the
Oh
poles
boy.
versus the temperature variance between the days and the seasons at the equator?
I have not.
I suggest you look into that. That's all I'll
So
say.
the thing with like the local sun though, right? If the sun's able to make it 90 degrees where I'm standing, and then I go straight at the sun, like if I could just fly like Superman straight at the sun, it gets colder. How does that make sense?
What'd you say, sir? Say it again.
Temperature decreases with elevation. So if I'm flying like Superman closer to the sun, I'm getting colder. That doesn't make sense with a local sun.
How it doesn't make sense, sir. You're going up away from everything that holds the heat.
Right, but I'd be getting closer to the thing generating the heat.
Yeah, but if there's nothing around you to hold the
what they
heat, you
didn't
wouldn't feel
tell
the
you
heat.
The
is
air.
they
The
didn't,
air holds the
sir,
heat. Just like
But
if
the
I
air
get
is
closer to
thinner.
right,
sir,
but if I walk away from a bonfire, the temperature
sir,
decreases rapidly.
Okay, so I have a
sir.
question for you. If you wait.
Wait, hold on,
There's,
hold on.
okay,
Let
okay,
me
go
let me
ahead.
clear this. Let me clarify this for him. You got to understand that the sun is not as big nor as hot as they told you it is. That's why it get colder as you go up.
That
Yo,
doesn't
So,
make
everything that's
but
going on, everything
it
that's going on here on the ground actually adds heat to everything that's going on around you and where you are.
yeah, there's
That's
heat
so I
that's
why the
generated
higher
from the
up
earth.
you
But what I'm
go,
saying,
so globe. I have a question on that same premise. So if you Google the temperature of the International Space Station on the sun side It's something like, and don't quote me on this because I don't remember the exact temperature, but it's something like 270 degrees Fahrenheit. And then if you Google the temperature on the opposite side, like the side of the International Space Station that the sun is not, it's magically negative that exact number. That's not how heat works. So explain it.
It's it's not exact. It's 121 degrees Celsius facing the sun, and 100 and a negative 157 degrees Celsius facing away from the sun.
Uh-huh.
And that's
So how
because
is it, so you're telling me that this man-made structure that is infinitely smaller than the sun, not infinitely obviously, but for a fact, that is multiple times smaller than the sun. You're telling me that this little that is multiple times smaller than the sun. You're telling me that this little object is going to affect the temperature that much, and yet you can't agree that the higher in altitude you go because there's less air, that would affect the temperature also?
I'm. Can you sorry state that again?
Okay, so you've got this International Space Station. You've got this man-made object that's
Mm-hmm.
supposedly floating in space. And you go on one side of it and it is hundreds of degrees. And then you
Mm-hmm.
go on the other side of it and it is negative hundreds of degrees. That's not how heat works. That's not how the sun works. So but you're telling me when you're standing on Earth, it's super hot, and then when you go up into space, it's less hot. Like the higher, like if you go on a mountain, it's less hot. But like you can't grasp the same concept. Like it's literally thousands of feet difference versus like I
I
don't
mean
know
that's
how wide the space station is, a couple hundred feet.
right, but that's exactly how that works. That's why there's a variance in temperature between night and day, or just light and shade.
Okay, I don't think you're grasping what I'm saying. So there, you made this like there's a difference. Okay, so it can be you know, 80 degrees at 0 feet of elevation,
Mm-hmm.
and it will be colder as you get to the sun because there has to be something that allows the heat to be here. Like heat, just like it just
He's
can't
not.
exist on its own. Like
He's
there,
not.
the
He's not
atmosphere.
including. He's
Right.
not
Heat
including the
has to. Heat
pavement.
has.
He's not including the buildings. He's not including the cars. He's not including everything here that goes on that's around
That
us.
too.
But
Don't we
so
see
okay,
heat
that
waves on the ground, sir?
it
Don't we
still
see
doesn't
heat
make
heat
sense
waves on the
because
ground, sir?
with what you're
That
saying,
means
if
there's
I
heat.
walk closer to a fire, it should get colder. That doesn't happen.
No,
You
but you're
said
like
come again?
negating the thickness of the air as you elevate.
Right. But again, it doesn't matter how thin the air is. If I hold a lighter under my hand at 10,000 feet in the
Fast.
air,
Let me
it's
respond to
still
him,
going to burn me.
sir.
It's still going to be hot.
You're not understanding. The sun is not as hot as they told you. It's not as hot as they told you.
So how hot is it?
The Earth is reacting from the sun
So
and
how
generating,
hot's the sun?
releasing heat itself. If
Like
the
the
sun
the
was as
earth
hot as
literally
they told
absorbs
you,
heat.
Right.
exactly.
I know
If
that.
the
So does
sun
the
was as hot
air.
as they told, sir, if the sun was as hot as they told you, how is it around these clouds and the clouds aren't dissipating?
Because it's not in the clouds. That and
It is in
also
the
in
clouds,
your
sir.
image, in the image you're showing right there, that's actually not the true size of the sun. If you get a solar filter and put it in front of
Oh, I
your eyes,
know.
you
It's
don't.
a lot smaller.
Right? Yeah, you don't even need a camera. You can just do it with your own eyes.
That's why I told you the sun is actually smaller than what
But
they
like
thought
you
and
shouldn't
told
be
you,
able to
and it's
see the
not as
clouds
hot.
behind the sun. Like
One
Yeah.
you
second,
can
one
clearly
second, one
see
second,
you can
fast.
clearly sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Just like you said, sir, you know the sun is a lot smaller than how it looks actually right here. So
Mm-hmm.
when you go up, like you was just referring to,
Mm-hmm.
you know the sun is a lot smaller, like I obviously told you, and it's
Mm-hmm.
not as hot as they say it is.
So
This is
how
why the
hot is it?
clouds are not dissipating. So as you go up and you get away from the cities and the continents and things that hold heat themselves, that's why it's a lot hotter down here than it is when you get back up there.
So are you
You know what I'm
saying you
saying?
could walk on the sun?
No, I'm not saying you can walk on the sun. I'm just saying it's not as hot as they said it is, and it is very small.
But you're saying it generates heat.
Jesus, man.
Like, right? Do you agree with me? The sun is what creates heat.
Sir, sir, can you please say something that, is something worth saying?
I mean, do you disagree with me on that?
No.
Next statement, sir.
Sorry, it lagged there for a second. Everything was like said super fast. What I'm saying is the sun is Earth's source of heat, right? That means that it
The
itself
sun
is hot.
is Earth's source of heat, right? That means that it itself, the sun is Earth's
I
Are
gotta
you
go
recording
out.
this
Sorry, that's
conversation?
me. That's me.
itself. Sun
Oh,
is hot.
I don't know what was going on. But
Yeah, the
yes, sir.
network.
Your next statement. Next statement, sir.
Yeah, sorry, I did. My phone messed up.
Oh, it's okay. Oh no, Ryan, you gotta go.
Oh,
Nah,
I gotta go.
yeah, you're a troll. I gotta get up out of here, man.
The rest of the planets aren't planets, Mr. Toady.
Not at all, sir. Not at all.
But what I'm saying is the
Show the
local sun,
terrain map. I got you.
it can be easily disproved just with elevation.
Okay,
Because
so let
like
me ask
if
you
you have
this.
a bonfire,
Is there ever a time that Mexico is colder than the Arctic?
I would
Ever?
imagine not, unless it was on top of a mountain.
Okay, so, but the Earth is an oblate spheroid, and Mexico is damn near, like, it's right on the equator. So, in an oblate spheroid, that would get very close to the sun, and then it would get very, very, very far away from the sun, much, much further away than the Arctic, right? Because we're on a slanted, oblate spheroid. So,
I mean,
thus saying
no,
there are
not
times that Mexico should
that's
be colder than the Arctic.
no, it's not.
No, that's
Like
not how
you
it
keep
works.
thinking, yeah, you keep thinking that it's like some giant distance, that the equator is like way bigger than the poles. It's not. If you're
Either way,
in
it's
the
bigger. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it is
It,
way bigger or if it is like, it is bigger, meaning when it's nearer the sun, it should be infinite, like it should be exponentially hotter than the Arctic. And when it's on the opposite side, it should be exponentially colder than the Arctic. If it's closer, if the Arctic is closer to the sun at any point, the Arctic should be hotter than the whatever is farther away.
when is the Arctic closer to the sun
We
than the
we are
equator?
on a we are on a tilted oblate spheroid in your mind. The Earth rotates. So anytime it's nighttime in Mexico, it should be colder than the Arctic.
No.
According to your math. Yes.
no,
So okay,
that's not
what
how it
angle
works.
is the Earth
Even when
tilted?
it's dark outside, the sun is still here. It's called surface tension.
What
Okay, even when it's dark outside, the sun is still here, but that works on a globe?
what
Yes, it's
how
called
How's
surface
that
what
work?
tension.
do you know what the tilt of the Earth is?
Please educate me. What is the tilt of the Earth?
23.5 degrees. In
Mhm.
order for the Arctic to be closer to the sun than the equator, that number would have to be 90 degrees.
That's false. That's actually false.
No, take a circle, any circle, draw a plus sign through it, so you've got 4 quadrants, right? The middle point, you'll see the 90-degree mark, and then you have to turn it. So if they were equidistant, it would be 45-degree difference. If you take the
So
Arctic and turn it 90 degrees, the Arctic is now in the
so
same plane as the equator. That's
So
a 90-degree difference.
46 degrees make the Arctic further away than the equator?
No, that would be equidistant.
No, 45 degrees is equidistant. Wouldn't 46 degrees be different?
Yeah, it'd be a 1-degree difference, and that's roughly about like a little bit more than 600 feet.
Uh-huh. But
And
that's my point. It doesn't have to be 90 degrees. It could be 46 degrees. But my thing is the Arctic temperature never comes close to the temperature of Mexico.
Yeah,
No, I
that
think
makes
the
perfect
problem is
sense.
that you guys take the scaling of these objects and you try to make them into your own. Like you make them fit into your own ideals. You know what I'm saying? Because a 46, like a 1 degree difference, wouldn't have any effect on anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's absolutely no way that enough sunlight or enough sun rays or whatever you want to claim would reach that from a 1 degree difference. That's just not
Do
possible.
you realize that according
And
to science, if our Earth was half an inch away from the sun, like a half inch further,
that's
we would
different.
not even
That's
exist?
different. That's
Dude,
not the
stop
same thing.
playing, bro.
That's also not true, because as we orbit the sun, we vary by like hundreds of miles.
Well, talk to your scientists then, because that's
That's
what
what
they
they say.
say.
That's what the
If we
scientists
were
say.
even the
Look,
smallest
facts.
degree out of where we are, science says we wouldn't exist.
That's
The,
you're
the
comparing it.
degree that it's talking about there is the angle of the Earth's tilt, not like temperature degrees.
If we're I wasn't talking about temperature degrees. Oh my god. If we were even a minute fraction away from where we are, science says, like in our solar system, if everything in our solar system was even minutely further apart, we would not exist. According to science, your science.
Okay, so if it's my son, do
Technically,
you have a source for that? Like where I can look it up? Like a
I do, and I will have to send it to you because if I go out and Google, my phone's going to start echoing and doing all this crazy shit.
because I never have heard anybody say that. Like
Yeah. I can,
you,
if you
like
friend me,
our
I
whole
will friend you
model is
back and
kind
I
of
wait,
will send
nah,
it
though,
to
changing.
you.
The
nah.
whole
But
model is
what I'm
changing.
thinking is,
Well,
I agree with bro because it's like what I was saying when you guys were talking about how Mexico, like if it was, I forget what you said, but you were saying like at dark or whatever the case was, it gets colder and not. The whole reason that it doesn't get colder is because of the surface tension, and when you take the sun, no matter where you put the sun, if it goes farther back, like if it goes farther away from Earth or it gets closer, the my bad. I can't explain it all the way, but will always have the same amount of energy and sunlight coming into the earth because of the surface tension itself. But even when you do the math behind these things, you know what I'm saying, it always balances itself out. So like if the sun goes farther away and you take all the dimensions and you take the angles and everything like that and you compare them to where the sun is right now, it'll always be the same. Nothing will change. You know
Then
what
why
I'm
do we have
saying? I don't know if you
seasons?
understand what I'm saying.
we have seasons because of the
No,
tilt of the Earth.
it doesn't make sense. But you have to really like listen and what's it called? Do the research behind that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You
No,
can
it,
look it up
it
from Neil
doesn't make
deGrasse.
sense because you're saying no matter how, like, if I'm understanding you properly, and I might not be, you're saying if the sun is closer or if it's farther away, it doesn't matter because of surface tension. So if that's fact, how do we have seasons?
One
The
second,
tilt
one
of
second.
the
I
Earth.
like the rebuttal on his surface tension. One second. I did mention the fact that when you're on the ground, it's hotter, and as you go up, it gets cooler because the sun is a lot smaller than what they taught you, and it's not as hot as they said. But yes, carry on, sir. You can respond too fast.
So like that to me, regardless of how hot NASA says the sun is versus how hot flat earthers say the sun is, it's still hot. You would still burn to a crisp if you were touching it, right?
People supposed to eat, so right.
So if you move closer to the sun, no matter how hot it is, the fact that it's hot at all, you would feel warmer the closer you get to it.
Lord Jesus.
But the only reason we don't feel these things is because of the earth. The earth combats
Okay,
the sun. No matter what you
okay,
believe, the earth
but
is
here's
doing its things to combat the sun's
Okay,
rays
hold
and the
up.
sun's
Okay, hold
you
up.
say you
Okay.
say you say you say the closer you are to the sun, the hotter it should be. So explain to me how the International Space Station has like about a 200-degree difference between the non-sun facing side and the sun facing side, but you can't accept that it might get a little bit cooler.
because of the
Like,
surface tension.
I got a question
The
for you,
space
Because
station
one
alien.
is not
side's
earth.
not facing the sun. I don't like.
Exactly.
Alien, I
The
got
earth,
a
like I
question
said, the
for you.
earth combats the sun. The earth has certain things in play that allows us to be able to live here. You know what I'm saying? In peace, if you know what I'm
Y'all
saying.
like to talk
The space station
degrees.
does not do that. The space station has to have certain protocols so that it can always stay in a stable state for the people inside of the space station. That's why on one side it's
Alien,
always hot when it's facing the sun, and on the other side it's always cold.
alien. We know that, brother. I got a question for you, alien.
What's
You
good?
like to talk degrees. How do people see out like 30, 40, 50 miles and still see land and things or see anything when there's supposed to be curvature? What is your degrees on that, sir? When there's supposed to be
In my
curvature.
opinion,
What is your degrees on that, sir?
the one thing I always say
When there's
about that
supposed to
is
be
that
curvature.
the
God
human
damn it.
eyes are not made to be able to see that far. You know what I'm saying? There's only a certain extent that we can see, or we do not have eyes of animals. So
No,
there's
no,
an
no,
extent to
sir.
what we can
Sir.
see.
Sir, I'm saying, how are people able to see beyond the so-called curvature?
I honestly don't think they can. I think it's all about the
Sir, 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 once again, sir, it's not about what you think, it's about how people can see beyond the so-called curvature that science have put out there.
it depends. So when you say they can see farther, what exactly are they
Sir,
looking at?
can you explain how it
Are you
depends?
are you speaking of the oceans, or are you speaking of like the mountains, and what
Sir,
type of terrain are we speaking of?
sir, sir, can you explain how it depends how you can see past and beyond a curve?
I mean, no, it doesn't depend at all. There's we can only see so far, regardless of what people say. We can only see so far, and the way that the people scale the earth itself gives these people the reasoning to believe that they can see so far. But the truth of the matter is that there is curvature, you know what I'm saying? But the scale of the earth is too large. You're not going to see curvature. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able, you may be able to see curvature, with certain
Sir,
terrains, and you're using telescopes and things of that
sir,
nature, just like when you look at the
sir,
moon. When you look at the
sir,
moon and you look at certain
alien.
certain
Good
you
Lord, why
look
do
at the
you
rate.
Rovers have to, bruh? Are you still talking? Good Lord.
Nah, it's a fact though. If you look at the
Sir,
moon
sir,
through a
hold up. Hey,
telescope and
hey,
you look at
hey,
the outskirts, you can
hey,
see that the craters,
bro.
start to curve over the moon. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
And the human eye
hey,
cannot
bruh,
do
stop
that.
talking,
We
bruh. What are you
cannot see
doing?
that.
The
Hey,
hell's
say
wrong
what
with
you
you
gonna say,
people?
bro.
You
No, say
ain't,
what you
bro,
gonna
get
say.
to the point. We don't need a whole essay,
I
sir. We
am
don't need a
getting to
whole
the point. I
essay.
just said it. If you look
No,
at the
no,
moon through a telescope and you look
that's
at
all
the
you had to
outskirts
say,
and you
bruh.
look at all of the
Brother,
craters,
calm,
you can see
sir.
the curvature
Hey, I'm
of the
talking for a
moon.
minute, bro. Hey, calm down. Quiet, bro. Seriously.
You
Don't,
just said
please.
get to the
Seriously.
point. I got to the point.
Oh, that's what, sir. Quiet for a second. Good Lord.
What is your point, bro?
You doing all this unnecessary talking, brother. The point that you was supposed to have got to from doing all that unnecessary, not needed talk, you was supposed to say. But if you look at the moon, you can see that was your point, right? So what the hell was the extraness for?
Wait, what?
You understand that. Anyway, sir, once again, they call the
No, I just
horizon.
didn't hear you.
Yes. They call the horizon. You dig and understand, y'all? The horizon, the curvature of the earth. Yeah, yeah. I don't think he know what he talking about, nor do he know what they have going on. But
Have
yes,
you ever
y'all.
looked at the horizon with a telescope? Have you looked at any? Have you ever looked at the horizon with a tool that allows you to see further than the human eye optical?
Yes, sir. And you will see whatever they claim that went over the curvature.
And it
You will
also
see it right
depends on
there
the
in plain
terrain that
sight.
you're looking at. If you're
Sir,
looking at if you're
once again,
looking at certain
stop,
terrains,
brother.
I'm sure
Hey,
that it's going to be
I'm,
harder to identify the curvature of anything. If you're looking at a piece of paper, and you
sir.
bend it
Oh,
slightly a little bit, I'm
brother,
sure you're not going to be able to see curvature.
bro.
You know what
Hey,
I'm
be
saying?
quiet. No, I don't. Be quiet. Let me respond. This is how conversation work. Thank you. For one. So if you're looking over a flat plane of water, flat body of water,
So we're
what is
talking
there
about
obstructing
water
your
now.
view? What's obstructing your view?
Speaking. There's nothing obstructing your view, but that's the whole
Thank you.
problem.
That's
You're
not what you mean
looking at
that's a
a
problem.
flat plane. You know what I'm saying? And it's not flat. No, nah, it's not. Nah, don't
Hey,
take it like
I
that.
think you
Don't take it like
trolling,
you know
bro.
exactly what I'm
Sir, I
saying.
think you're
You're
trolling.
looking at the ocean. When have you ever seen the ocean doing any type of curving or anything? You know what I'm saying? From the shoreline. From the shoreline. You know what I'm saying? On my soul,
What?
that's why I'm speaking of the
Sir,
terrain. When
you
you look at
trolling.
different
Are you
terrains,
the
that's why I
bro?
brought up the
Listen.
moon.
Hey,
When you
stop
look at the
talking so
moon
much,
and you
bro.
look
This
at
why
the
you don't
outskirts
know
of the
nothing.
craters, you can see that there's
Sir,
curvature.
be
You
quiet,
can't
bro.
do that on water. Why would you be able to see water with
Brother,
your human
listen to
eye?
me, bro.
Why would you see
Hey, bro.
curvature with the human eye on water,
Bro.
on the ocean?
Brother.
That makes no
Sir,
sense.
sir,
That's why I brought up
sir,
the whole idea
sir,
of the paper, a piece of paper.
sir,
If you slightly
sir.
bend a piece of paper and it's
Gosh, this boy is slower than slow. What's wrong
Yeah,
with Buddy?
let's do a little practical application here. So
That's
I'm in Southern
crazy,
California
buddy.
here.
Big slow.
I'm in Southern California, and we have a couple observable distances from the shoreline here
Like,
over the
huh?
water.
What's wrong with him, y'all? Like,
Back
what?
to the
Don't even make
back
no
to the
sense. You talking
observable
about?
observable distances is what we were on, and then he went off way off. Oh, he went to the moon.
You know what? Do you know what the word is for somebody that has a crazy theories about the moon, like men landed on it? You call that person a lunatic. So you asked him about observable distance, and he went straight lunatic. He went loony,
Bruh.
loon, as
Immediately,
in
like,
referring to the
what?
moon.
Dude, it's crazy. What's going on?
So
Y'all
I'm gonna
jump
do the
back in my
observable
box. You
distance
will
thing.
never come back up here, troll.
He
It's
was
not
trying to
happening.
do he was trying to do anything other than the observable distance thing, and I'm gonna do it with observable phenomenon from Southern California. So I used to live in Oceanside. Oceanside has a municipal pier. Oceanside Municipal Pier to Catalina Island is exactly 60 miles as the crow
Law.
flies.
Hey, Alien, you want to come back? I need you to learn how to conversate, bro. You got to learn how to talk, stop, let somebody respond. Then you talk, you know, that's how a conversation goes. It's not you just constantly letting that garbage flow out your mouth. You can't do that. It's not it's not what it's about, sir. Not at
Well,
all.
I was gonna ask him if he could measure out 60 miles on on any Earth curvature calculator that he could pull up. So, Alien, if you're really genuine about learning about observable distances and curvature, if you could pull us up a curvature calculator online, just write globe Earth calculator or however it is, and I want you to put 60 miles into there, and I want to know how much the curvature is supposed to be for 60 miles. How much is supposed to be there? Wait, I can get it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got a phone right here. See, I got my, fiance's phone. I'm gonna pull it up now. I'm gonna pull up the curve calculator. We're gonna figure out how much curve is supposed to be there. Come on now, like, do we need it? We
That
need to
guy
do
wasn't
globe.
making any
We need to do the
sense.
globe footwork for them. We have to do their math for them because when we ask them their own math for their own globe model, they don't know anything about it.
But bruh, like what? This is your world, sir. You don't even know nothing about it. Stop playing with me.
True story. Earth
So,
curve.
Aztec, what's up, man?
what's going on, brother? Sorry about the other day. Got cut off.
No,
The
it's all good. It's all
the
good.
heat actually messed up my phone. It got too hot and it shut it off because I had it on the picnic table when we were talking that last time. So,
That's that false sun they put up in the sky over America. I mean, never mind. Yeah.
I wasn't over America though.
All
I'm
right.
not in America.
I know I was gonna keep it. You know, that's why I said never mind. But yes, sir. Y'all seen China do it too? But never mind. Yeah.
So I got this Earth curve calculator here. It's the first one I pulled up on Google. I just clicked it.
Oh, nothing
Observation
happened to the real sun.
I put my observation height in at 6 feet. I'm not 6 feet. I'm a little bit less than 6 feet. So I'm giving a little extra leeway there. Okay. And
Right.
60 miles here. It's too small to see, but I'll read it to you. It says the hidden height is 2,166 feet. So I shouldn't be able to see something that is
The
2,166 feet
world is your
tall at 60 miles away. Okay. But
the
here we
world
go.
is what you
Here's
make
my
it
observable
is, man.
distance. Here's my observable distance from Oceanside Municipal Pier to Santa Catalina Island to the top of the highest mountain. And you can see all of Catalina on a clear day from the Oceanside Municipal Pier 60 miles away. But let's see. It says I shouldn't be able to see something unless it's taller than 2,166 feet. Let's Google how high Catalina Island is. Let's see. Catalina Island. Santa Catalina Island. I'm going to pull up the
Oh yeah.
Wikipedia page so nobody thinks that I'm being oh, sorry. It has the highest elevation on the main
I'm gonna
Google
add
page.
Alien back, y'all. Let's
It says
Alien. Are
highest
you ready to have
elevation.
a casual conversation, Alien?
So hold on. I'm really intrigued by this. He's about to close
Oh,
his
I know.
point as
No, I'm
to
letting them
what.
finish. I'm letting them finish.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see if this man, want to have a real
Okay.
conversation. I'm gonna let
All
Corporal
right.
finish most
All right.
definitely. Yes.
The highest mountain peak. The highest mountain peak of Santa Catalina Island is 2,097 feet. How could Santa Catalina is only 2,097 feet, but it's supposed to be over 2,100 feet of hidden
hidden height from the curvature calculator, how can I see all of Catalina Island when it's too short for me to see any of it according to the calculation? I just did them here. Should we like use something else? Because I've always wanted to measure the distance between Lower San Diego from Coronado Island, where I can see all the way out to San Clemente Island, and I did that one as 80 miles, but I've never done all the hidden heights on it. So it's further. You can see it with your own eyes on a clear day.
So
Sorry
what
for you
elevation
Clovers
are you
again
at where you're
now.
standing? So when you're doing these calculations, what's your elevation?
I'm
We got the
standing
Catalina Island.
underneath the Oceanside Municipal Pier with my feet in the water. And I listen to this. I used to surf, and I would put my surfboard in the water, flat on the water, and I'd be laying on my belly on the water right next to the pier, and I'd still see Catalina Island. It's almost like when I laid down on my surfboard, Catalina didn't just vanish. It's almost like when I stand on top of the pier and I walk down to the beach, Catalina doesn't just magically vanish. I don't know. I just looked at it for years and years living across the street
Are you
from the pier. I don't know. Just saying.
are you familiar with how refraction works?
Oh,
You mean reflection?
hold on. Did the Globers just acknowledge refraction? That might defeat their whole argument right here. Let's get into that. I love the Globers.
Yes, go ahead.
How does refraction work, Glober? Educate us non-educated people. Oh, you mean things look closer or further away because of the atmosphere? The density of it can magnify to make it look closer or further away.
So it pulled up a
Well, we don't
curve.
want to explain that to people.
I mean, that's exactly how that works. Light is
Oh,
refracted through, different things in the atmosphere. It could be obstructed by water. That's humidity. Water. That's what distorts
so
it.
you're saying that there's an anomalous effect involved, that whereas you could see something someday and couldn't see the other, it could be closer or further away, and it
Wait,
completely
Aztec.
obscures the
Or
hard
it
Aztec.
distorts it. Yeah,
Aztec,
yeah.
you said that's what
numbers
distorts it.
things
It's
you're
not. It's
looking
not
at in
the.
the
It's not
atmosphere,
the
huh?
heat waves. It's not the heat waves bouncing off the surface.
Okay,
It's not
so
the heat
that's
waves
another
of the
form of it.
sun bouncing off the
Yeah,
surface of water or land. It's not
that's
that.
called
Oh, it's a mirage, just like
yes,
Chicago. I forgot.
What
yes.
is that called, sir? Is it that? That's not.
So
It's not refraction. That's reflection.
A,
So
no,
a
no, no.
mirror ridge.
Refraction,
Why isn't the
and the
mirror ridge
exact term is
backwards? Like, have
ducting.
you ever seen any
The
other
actual
mirage
phenomenon
where
is
it's
called
like
ducting.
upside down and backwards? Like,
so
doesn't
how
the mirror?
how does your refraction play any part when there's
Okay,
reflection
so
from the sun's
it's
light?
easy, and it's something you've seen like pretty much your entire life. You get a glass of water and you put a straw in it. Do you see
That's
it
called the
distorted?
angle of incidence between where the straw actually is and where you
There you
perceive
go.
it. It's called the angle of
Wait,
incidence.
corporal. Wait, sir. You're talking about inserting something in water. We're talking
Yeah,
about land here.
it's called refraction. I'm just giving you like the lamest
Did the
terms of.
man say he was looking at an island through a pool?
Well, that's what's in the air. You have water in the air,
So do we walk or do
humidity
we
in the air.
swim outside?
I mean, it's less dense, like super less dense, yeah, but it's out
So
there.
if it's
Like,
less dense, does it actually react like water in a cup?
yes, because there's more distance being covered. So, oh man, like,
No, it wouldn't, sir, at all. Actually, if there's more distance, that means the little particles have more space to spread out.
I'm too tired for this conversation. I shouldn't have got on, man.
He's actually making our argument for us now.
No, no,
He's
no, no,
actually
no. It's
making our
not.
argument for us now because the angle of incidence
Oh
proves
shit!
that all these bodies are
I'm gonna
relative
make
to
it
the
make sense,
observer.
y'all.
The exact declination calculations are not correct because of the factor of the refraction and the angle of incidence from the atmosphere from the observer. And so you just made our argument for us. But thank you. I appreciate you explaining that to all the laymen.
I'm not.
I'm gonna make
I'm
it
not
make
trying to make
sense.
it explain all that stuff. Like you can reword it, rephrase it, so it does
I use the
complement your
technical
point.
terms. I'm sorry. We could say like other
No, no,
words.
no. I got it. Like, man, I got it. I know how this works and stuff. You use
Mm-hmm.
play on words and then you spin it so that it complements your narrative. It's cool.
No.
Thank you for
So
the
Aztec,
everybody
compliment.
does it.
Aztec. We
But
use
that's
That's not a
reality.
compliment.
I'm using reality,
yes, but
literally.
the reality can't be proven though. The one,
It
the one that
can't
you're.
be.
No, it can't
What?
because what you have is drawings and diagrams and theories, but none of it's factual.
Aztec.
None of it is like
Aztec.
actual
Aztec.
science
What
behind
happens
what
to
you're talking
water
about.
when you throw it through a fan?
When you throw it through a fan,
Yeah, if you ever seen water like hit a fan, what happens, sir?
so the energy, once it
No, what
impacts,
happens to the water? Well, we asking about no energy, none of that. What happens? What do you see with your eyes happening to the water?
water goes everywhere.
Exactly. So if you're saying there's water in the air, we know outside is very mass. The span of the sky is very mass, sir. It's massive. So the
So
water, what, has so much space to do what? Go everywhere.
I'm not lost. Whoever's saying that the guest is lost. Okay, so I'm just tired. A long day. So uh, it dissipates, right? So it's depending on the
No,
size.
hold on. I have a
One to,
question for you, Aztec.
and
Before we
then
go
you
any
got to
further,
What's up?
include the heat of the
is
sun.
now is the spinning of the Earth, is that creating centrifugal force, and the gravity's holding the water on, or is it centripetal force from the spin that's holding the water onto the Earth? Because nobody's ever answered. I mean, no Globy's ever been able to answer that for me.
Yeah, because there's real no answer to it. I mean, we're
Oh,
talking
so
about
you don't have an
gravity.
answer. You have a cartoon model, and then we were talking about actual physical observations and real terms that we use for these things that we observe, and you have cartoons and these calculations that you can't match to any physical observations. So
Well,
we're
can
just
you
looking
I
for
explain
any
mean,
it?
type of
Yeah, yeah.
evidence that matches
No,
I
your
mean,
Corporal
cartoons and
Major,
your
can you please
graphs.
explain it? If you have the solution, man, we had this conversation the other day. If you can
Wait, guys,
explain
wait before we go
gravity,
left. Before we go left, I just want to finish up with Aztec before we go left. Aztec, so you like you were saying, you know, the water disperses in the air and things, and you say that causes the refraction, but you got to understand, you can't forget, and you must imply the heat of the sun. Wouldn't the heat of the sun evaporate the so-called tiny
no,
molecules
because
in the
of
earth?
surface tension. No, bro, no. No.
So that
is it
don't make
alien?
sense, alien. That don't make sense.
Yeah, that was alien.
That don't make sense, alien.
How doesn't it make sense, bro?
You're
Yo,
talking about
who-
small water particle.
bro, if
Bro, you
you
talking
gotta
about
really,
small
you
water
gotta realize how much
particles
water is on the earth,
being
bro.
exposed to the sun's light.
Bro,
So
if the
there
sun
are. They're
evaporated
called
the water, we
clouds.
wouldn't be here.
Come again? It's not
So
water particles,
so
y'all.
Yeah, and
no
that's
no
No,
no
evaporation on
no
bro.
no 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 no.
it's the heat
There's
waves.
And
so hold on
condensation
one
and all.
moment. Hold on one moment. So what you're talking about the the humidity in the air when the dust reaches and consolidate, it creates clouds. That's what clouds are. It's the precipitation consolidating it, and it gets condensed. And when it gets too condensed, it releases. You see rain showers and stuff. So I think this is like elementary stuff. This is like what they taught us a long ass time ago. That's how that works. You got the water evaporation,
But you
turns into
but you
clouds, and
can't
then
explain my
it falls.
questions. But you can't explain my questions in a way that makes sense. You're just saying you get rain clouds. We know this. We learned that in elementary.
Yeah.
Yes, we know that, sir. But you're not explaining my question.
The condensation actually relies upon microparticulate in the atmosphere to nucleate for it to rain out. But okay, we skipped a piece there, but all right.
Yeah. It's the same idea. I mean, this is
Well,
like
you were given the
common knowledge.
impression that enough water gets up there to just squeezes itself and rains out, and that's not how it works. You
I mean,
actually
there's more
you could have two.
contributing factors.
You could put
Yes.
microparticulate in the air that's too fine for it to nucleate, and it would carry that moisture away from where it would actually naturally rain out. That's part of the different geoengineering programs. Like they list out their different programs and the way that they do it. If you do a little bit of research on it, you'd figure that out. But I just don't want
The
people to get the
particles.
wrong impression of how things work here. There's
I'm
actually
also not a meteorologist, so it's not my profession to do that. So
well, you
I
know,
don't
most
care about the
meteorologists are
details.
Globies, so
But
it's not like
you got to understand too, though, Aztec, the particles that go up from water are so small, bro. When I tell you so small, they're not getting in the way of no one's vision. If that was the case, just looking down the street, we wouldn't really be able to see nothing. Everything would be warped everywhere we looked. so tiny, man. They will never get in the way of our vision. The only
Well,
thing that
this
I
will,
mean, ain't that what fog
only
is?
thing that will is the
is
heat waves that's coming up from the sun's light off of whatever it's beaming on.
right, but you also described two different conditions. You describe a condition over land, and we've been talking about conditions over water.
Water,
So
bro.
you have different
So
effects. Like
what you mean?
you're more
Bruh,
likely
we
to
get heat
encounter.
waves over water.
Hold
The
on,
sunlight reflects so hard off of water it can blind you.
you're more likely to encounter ducting and refraction interference over water on a hot sunny day. Those are like the prime conditions for it. Um,
And when it's not hot and sunny, guess what? When you look across water, guess what
when it's
happens,
not
sir?
hot sunny, like I don't know.
If the water,
That
I want to know
so-called
if the
refraction.
water, if the water is refracting, and you guys are arguing that that's having an effect, then how are we supposed to measure how much curvature there is over water? And another question: if there is curvature over water, you can prove that and lay this argument to rest. Why haven't you just used all the tide buoys and then measured the linear between all the tide buoys to show that the water curves? Or is that actually not a thing? You can't do that because the water doesn't curve.
I don't know. We just have like
Oh,
folks that
another.
actually go into high altitudes and are able to
Mm.
visually observe with their own eyes that the Earth is round.
Oh,
We
so
don't
how high
really
is that?
need
How high do you have to go up to see that the Earth is round?
high.
The less atmosphere is 361 miles away, and I don't think we can get that far into space because that's
Wait,
going into the that's
space
almost
don't
getting into
exist,
orbit.
sir. Space don't
Bro.
exist. There's a
So,
dome in the
so
sky.
space is fake, and
No,
NASA says
it
the
does exist.
atmosphere.
It
No, no, no.
it's
Listen,
not.
space is fake,
I
and
was just
NASA
looking
says
at
the.
Saturn
No,
yesterday.
no,
What
no,
do you
no, no,
mean?
no. Wait,
Second,
wait,
what
wait,
second?
wait. Space is
And
fake, and
all its
NASA
moon. I've
said.
seen at least
Hold
like three or
on,
four
hold on,
moons.
hold on, hold on.
Sir.
Space is fake, and NASA says that the atmosphere goes past the moon. You can look it up. I'll give you the time. We'll be here. We're not going anywhere.
The atmosphere goes
So
past the moon.
I think
Yeah, I
you're
know that's new to
confusing.
you. They had to change it up for legal reasons, so they changed your whole globy reality underneath your feet. But
I
it was for legal reasons in the court. Here, I'll explain it to you. After
Oh
myself and
boy.
gentlemen like Mr. Lost Knowledge here put so much pressure on NASA over the years, people realized they were being defrauded by Sir Richard Branson and these other people who were taking huge $1 million campaign donations from athletes and rock stars and stuff like this over the years, who realized they were never going to get that trip to fake space, and so they went to court to sue him. So they had to extend the atmosphere past the moon and say, well, you never expected to go farther than the astronauts did when they landed on the moon, and the atmosphere goes past that. So you can't say you're still in the atmosphere because you have wings and you still have rocket propulsion, which requires atmosphere. So we actually put enough pressure that they had a court battle from people trying to sue to get their money back, and that's how the atmosphere changed under your feet. Well, you can look that up. I'll give you time.
What
All they
atmosphere goes
do is
past the
keep
moon?
changing it, bro.
no
Every time.
nobody no one's changing anything. Lost like
Oh, well, you didn't look it up
everything's.
then, because I just told you how they changed it, so you didn't go back and look up
But
that
what
So
article.
atmosphere
corporal
goes
It's
past
a
the
corporal
Google
moon?
so
major.
it's a Google search away. So hit the Google. It's probably
Hey,
like 2016 or something. You know,
don't patronize us, corporal major. Like don't do that. Like you have no idea who you're talking to sometimes, and we just
who are
want the
you?
same level of respect. You know what I'm saying? Like
You
I've
know,
been
you
respectful
you have
toward you,
not.
man.
Listen, I just told
Yeah,
you you
but
can
I'm
No,
look
no,
up
this
respectful.
something you
I'm
don't
no,
know
no.
about,
He not being
so you can
disrespectful,
inform
Aztec. What
yourself.
he's saying is
yeah,
you basically like you don't know. Have you like you don't know about it? You know
but I
you haven't looked into it. So basically, you
but I
can't
do
really
know.
can't judge
So
him. Or you
I mean,
do?
I
so
just educated you on something you didn't
you're
know,
not
and I said
educating me, man.
there's
I I
additional
ref,
reading material for
I
you.
re, I'm refusing to listen to your misinformation.
Oh,
And that's
can I?
fine.
Where's
Well,
that phone? Hold on. We're gonna do another
But
Google
that's
search
not
here for him because he can't.
misinformation, Aztec.
His device is being used right now to live stream with his opinion and no facts. And I have another device here readily available. Well, I'll just Google this.
I'm
So,
not
so
deflecting
we're gonna
either.
say moon
Um,
inside Earth's atmosphere. Moon
I think
and what
inside.
atmosphere? What
do,
atmosphere are you speaking of?
I
The
think
Moon.
you're
one right here
confusing a
that you
couple of
living in,
things
sir.
because there like the moon is definitely within the Earth's gravitational pull. That's why
Wow, the
it's
moon is
around
inside
us.
the Earth's atmosphere from
Yes,
Big
because the
Bang.
Pulls
moon
the
is
water.
Hmm.
local.
No.
Space.com. Oh, let's check out space.com. Isn't that a NASA site? Published
Why you
21st of
keep
February
referencing NASA?
2019.
You know NASA's
What?
just like a U.S.
Surprise!
agency.
Earth's
There's a
atmosphere
bunch
Because
of
extends
now
other
far beyond the
agencies.
moon.
But
21st
You know,
NASA
century.
China
tell
has
y'all
their own
everything
agency.
about your globe.
Russia has their own agency. Like Europe has their own agency.
There's the
Like
moon.
But the
every
Earth is in the moon's gravitational pull, though. That is true.
No, the moon
But
is
in
right
the
here. It's
atmosphere of the
local.
Earth, that's not.
Uh,
Let's leave it.
The moon is local right here with us. As you can see, the moon is right here, y'all, in the clouds. Just like I just showed y'all in the other pics with the sun. You know, the moon is local. The sun is local. There's a dome in
so
the
they're
sky.
giving me in this
No
article
space.
a distance of 239,000 miles for the moon, and they're giving me a distance of 390,000 miles for the atmosphere. So you globies just got really proved very wrong by space.com. So I don't know about you. This is your religion. I'm just telling you religious tenets of your own religion here that I'm Googling. I mean, you're welcome to debunk your own religion. You've already done a pretty
so
good job of it
have
in this debate so far.
have you been in a position where you have visually seen the Earth flat with your own two eyes? Like out in like have you gone up in altitude
Dude,
far
how
enough?
about this? How about this? I
I
know how
got you.
to.
That means
I
no.
know how
I
to.
got you, Aztec.
Wait, wait, wait,
Yeah.
wait.
Have you
I
I
ever
just
got you.
seen
explained.
anything, Pesty?
I just explained how long
I got
distance
you.
photography and observable distances disprove that there's any curvature. But I'll go one further. I also have learned in my life, my short time here, how to sail a boat, how to do land nav, how to dive the ocean, and how to fly an airplane. So, how many of those do you know how to do?
All of them and some.
You know how to
I'm
fly an
learning to fly
airplane?
right now.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm learning to
Okay,
Just
so
fly.
then
on
you
one
know
note. Where's the
gyroscopic
curvature though?
you know
Where's
about
the curvature?
gyroscopic equipment, which is rigid in space and does not suffer the narrative of the globe model, and therefore disproves the globe model because a gyroscope is rigid in space and therefore disproves the curvature. Or you don't know about that yet. You haven't passed the flight course yet. You
Oh
don't
my
know many of
god,
the
dude.
pilots, I'm guessing.
So for sure, 100% sure, you are very excuse me, you are very limited with what you allow yourself to accept. You're convinced that the earth is flat and it isn't.
Convinced.
Yeah.
You've done nothing to prove your argument that the Earth is a globe, and
But seeing
so
Yes.
beyond
you
your
have not convinced
curvature,
you the
oh,
burden of proof, and then you're like, well, you're not convinced. Of course I'm not convinced because Earth isn't a ball. So sorry. Like, keep
well, let's
believing
do
that if you
this then. Let's do
right.
this. Let's talk about
It
your
is a
greatest
ball.
experiment that was supposed to prove your globe.
Which one?
Yo, come
There's
on.
several,
That's how
man.
I
There's
that's
several.
actually
The
that's
Corandis, that isn't
how
it?
I
It's
got
called the
you guys.
Corandis experiment or something like that. You know, the one when they use the two lead balls that they said proved gravity.
Oh, they're trying to prove gravity. Look, gravity is like its own beast, man. And again, like you guys don't know what gravity is. We don't know what the fuck it is. Like if the
Cool.
first
Tell me
person
what
So
that
it is.
figures it
gravity is
out,
a disproven theory. We
Yes,
just
yes.
sir.
disproved it here, and you have no evidence for it. So on to the next
Sir.
one.
One
Okay.
second. Wait,
I
wait, one
mean,
second.
gravity is a
One
law.
second. One second. One second.
Newton's law of
My
gravity.
Earth live off electromagnetism. You know what I'm talking about? The electromagnetic field.
So wait.
Yeah.
So wait. Hold
But
on
your
one
Earth's
second.
supposed to live off
He's
gravity,
going
but
with
they still have
yeah.
yet to prove it. It don't
Right.
even
So
exist.
he's going
But
with
you're
And when you
using
hold
it
on, hold on,
a
hold
against
on, hold
theory.
people
on,
that
hold
believe in
on.
the globe
And
because we don't
when you
know
ask
it.
a real
Like,
scientist about gravity and electromagnetism, they tell you they're two separate things.
right.
They're not one of the
So,
same.
So he's going with the theory of gravity. I want to know if he also endorses because the theory of gravity was created by Newton. We all agree on that, right? Okay, so
It's not
that's
a theory.
undisputed. I
Supposedly.
also want to know if he agrees with Newton's theory that the world was going to end in 2060, and if he started planning his doomsday prepping or like made his tinfoil hat or anything yet. I mean, I know it's a ways off in the distance, but I just want to know what other whack theories did he endorse from Newton
I
because
mean, we
Newton.
still can't. I'm not gonna say too much on that because we're still trying to figure out stuff about that as we speak. So
But
there's
hold
only
on, hold
time
on.
will tell for that
Do
type of
you
thing.
or
But
do you not
that's off
also
topic.
endorse Newton's theory that the world ends in 2060? I'm just trying to see which theories you endorse of Newton. Were we cherry picking theories from Newton? It's the theories that match up
I
with the
didn't.
globe model that we're endorsing, and then we'll just forget about that world
You're
ends in
speaking of
2060 thing.
theories,
How
and there's a
embarrassing!
difference between theories and laws, my
so
man.
let me
Come
ask you
on,
You
bro.
something,
don't
Corporal
But
apologize
Major,
sir,
for
your gravity isn't real, so
2061.
your globe don't
alien.
even
And we can
exist.
even take gravity. If gravity wasn't real, then if we go to the bottom the very low, what's that? What's it called?
Hey,
The trench or
alien,
what? I can't think of
hold on,
anything. If we went
Nobody's
that
hold
You're
ever
low
on.
talking
gone
down in the
that
about
deep.
water,
water. That's
why is the
buoyancy.
pressure
That
so
don't have nothing to
strong?
do with
Nobody has
gravity.
ever gone that deep
Hey,
to
Corporal
the
Major,
bottom of the trench. Nobody's ever
Corp,
done that.
Okay,
What's
so
going on, brother?
okay, no, and
yo,
they
yo,
have
yo.
went down that
Hey,
far.
guys,
But
No,
the
they have
whole
not.
point is, if
Hold
gravity
can
up.
wasn't a
y'all,
thing, why is the
I'm a.
pressure down there so strong?
can
If
y'all, can
gravity
y'all help me
doesn't
Word.
explain
exist, it
That's
would
something?
all be
boy.
the
You
same,
just talk.
no matter.
You
Hold on,
can't
man.
hold on a
Hold on.
conversation. Let
Hey,
somebody
Corporal
else
Major,
speak real quick.
I want you to help me understand something, okay?
Shoot.
Okay, this is not with the Earth is flat or the Earth is round. So it's going to be a little bit off topic, but it would help to get an explanation. You're a very smart, knowledgeable dude. So one
Man,
morning, I wake up,
my
right,
bad. Hold up.
and I wake up listening to lyrics in my head. I haven't heard this song in years, but I wake up and I have lyrics, and I look them up, research the song, and I hear it. It makes no sense to me. But later on, the the following day, I meet a woman who had a loss in the family, and I shared this song with her.